Welcome back to Wise Beyond Years. Reaching age 80 is a milestone few take for granted. It's a blessing, a testimony to resilience, and often a season of wisdom and reflection. However, this stage of life can also bring challenges that require special attention. While everyone ages differently, there are common realities that tend to surface in the 80s that can impact health, relationships, and quality of life. Understanding these changes and learning how to face them is essential for seniors and their caregivers. In this article, we'll explore 5 harsh but manageable realities of life after age 80. Each one is followed by a deeper explanation of what to watch for, how to manage it, and strategies for overcoming it. Physical decline accelerates, even for the active. What to watch for after 80, even those who've maintained active lifestyles may experience noticeable physical declines. Muscle mass diminishes more rapidly, sarcopenia. Bones become more fragile, osteoporosis, and joints are often stiffer due to arthritis. Energy levels may dip, balance can become unstable, and tasks that once seemed easy, like walking upstairs or getting up from a chair, suddenly require more effort. Symptoms to notice: unexplained weight loss or muscle weakness, slower walking speed, frequent tripping or falling, shortness of breath during routine activities, difficulty rising from a seated position. How to deal with it: exercise safely and regularly. Even in your 80s, light resistance training, water aerobics, and balance exercises can help preserve strength and coordination. Fall-proof the environment. Remove tripping hazards like rugs and clutter. Install grab bars in bathrooms, stair rails, and proper lighting. Monitor nutrition closely. Seniors need adequate protein, calcium, and vitamin D to maintain muscle and bone health. Consult a nutritionist for personalized guidance. Schedule regular checkups. Routine screenings for osteoporosis and mobility should not be skipped. How to overcome it: a realistic mindset is key. Accept that the body won't function like it did at 50, but that doesn't mean you can't live independently. Set goals tailored to your capabilities. Use assistive devices without shame, and celebrate small victories. With commitment and support, many octogenarians regain mobility, improve balance, and continue living fulfilling, active lives. 2. Cognitive function may decline, even without dementia. What to watch for: memory lapses become more frequent past 80. While not everyone develops Alzheimer's or dementia, age-related cognitive decline, known as mild cognitive impairment, MCI, is common. Seniors might forget appointments, misplace items, or struggle with multitasking. Some may experience language difficulties or slower information processing. Symptoms to notice: repeating questions or stories frequently, difficulty making decisions, trouble following directions, increased confusion in unfamiliar settings, irritability or withdrawal due to mental fatigue. How to deal with it: cognitive exercises, brain games, puzzles, learning new skills, or even reading and writing help keep the mind active. Structured routines. Predictable daily routines reduce mental strain and prevent confusion. Stay socially connected. Isolation can speed up cognitive decline. Prioritize meaningful interactions. Control chronic conditions. High blood pressure, diabetes, and poor sleep affect brain health. Manage them closely. How to overcome it: early awareness allows you to implement proactive strategies. Keep a journal, use reminder systems, and involve loved ones in your care plan. Meditation, adequate sleep, and a Mediterranean-style diet also promote cognitive health. Seniors who adapt, seek stimulation, and nurture relationships often slow the progression of mental decline and maintain independence longer. 3. Loneliness and loss become more common. What to watch for: the 80s can be an emotionally heavy decade. Many seniors outlive spouses, friends, and siblings. Adult children may be busy or live far away. This shrinking circle can trigger a deep sense of loneliness, grief, or even depression. Symptoms to notice: persistent sadness or emptiness, withdrawal from social activities, lack of appetite or disrupted sleep, increased alcohol use or risk-taking, verbalizing feelings of worthlessness or being a burden. How to deal with it? Stay engaged socially. Join senior centers, hobby groups, or online communities designed for older adults. Talk about grief. Counseling or support groups can help process loss. Create a daily purpose. Volunteer, mentor a younger person, or take up a meaningful project. Use technology. Video calls and social apps bridge the gap with distant loved ones. How to overcome it? Though the pain of loss is real, so is the potential for renewed connection. Seniors who embrace new routines, seek out peer groups, and rediscover joy in small things often find profound emotional healing. Faith, creativity, and community are lifelines. Remember, your life still has value and purpose. 4. The healthcare maze can be overwhelming. What to watch for? Seniors in their 80s often juggle multiple doctors, prescriptions, and medical decisions. The complexity of the healthcare system can lead to confusion, missed appointments, medication errors, or unnecessary treatments. Without an advocate, many feel lost. Symptoms to notice: difficulty understanding diagnoses or instructions, overlapping or conflicting prescriptions, missed follow-ups or screenings, frustration managing insurance or medical bills, avoiding care due to confusion or fear. How to deal with it? Designate a medical advocate. Whether it's a family member or professional, having someone to help navigate care is vital. Use a health binder. Keep all test results, prescriptions, and medical histories in one place. Simplify medications. Use pill organizers, and review medications regularly with a pharmacist or physician. Ask for clear explanations. Insist on plain language communication from healthcare providers. How to overcome it? Seniors who stay organized and empowered can regain control over their health decisions. Explore concierge care or geriatric care managers if you feel overwhelmed. Knowledge is power. Educate yourself. And don't be afraid to ask questions. You deserve clarity and dignity in every aspect of your care. 5. Independence becomes fragile, but doesn't have to disappear. What to watch for? At 80 plus, independence may slowly erode. Driving becomes risky, finances harder to manage, and some may need help bathing, dressing, or eating. The fear of losing autonomy can cause anxiety or denial, sometimes leading seniors to hide their needs. Symptoms to notice: missed bill payments or unopened mail, dirty living spaces or neglected hygiene, unsafe driving habits, refusal of help despite obvious difficulty, frequent accidents or ER visits. How to deal with it? Start conversations early. Talk about aging needs before a crisis forces decisions. Use smart technology. Medical alert devices, smart pill dispensers, and home monitoring systems can extend independence. Modify the home. Ramps, stair lifts, and shower bars make living at home safer. Gradually introduce help. Bring in part-time aides, meal delivery, or transportation services to build trust and routine. How to overcome it? Losing some independence doesn't mean losing your identity. Seniors who accept help strategically can maintain control over their lives. It's not about surrendering freedom, it's about preserving it through wise decisions. Empowerment comes from planning, partnership, and embracing tools that extend autonomy, not restrict it. Yes, the 80s can be challenging. The body slows, the mind shifts, and losses accumulate. But these years can also be a time of deep spiritual growth, reflection, and legacy. With the right support, knowledge, and perspective, seniors can navigate the harsh realities of aging without losing hope or dignity. Remember, aging is not a failure, it's an achievement, and every challenge can be met with courage, preparation, and grace. While no one can guarantee a smooth road into their 80s, what we do in our 50s and 60s can dramatically shape the quality of life in later decades. Think of these middle years as the most important investment window of your life. Not just financially, but physically, mentally, and emotionally. If you're between 50 and 60, you are in the prime decade for preventive action. You've gained life experience, you know your body and mind better, and you likely have more control over your schedule and choices than ever before. Now is the time to be intentional. Below, we explore how to reduce or even prevent the 5 most common and harsh realities of life after 80, before they ever take root. Number 1, preventing physical decline starts now. It's easy to dismiss muscle loss, falls, or fatigue as problems for old age, but most of those issues begin slowly decades earlier, right around the 50s and 60s. The good news? These declines are highly preventable. What you can do now: strength train twice a week. Weight-bearing exercises preserve muscle mass and protect your bones. You don't need a gym. Resistance bands, bodyweight exercises, or even gardening can help if done consistently. Balance training. Add yoga, tai chi, or single-leg balance moves to your routine. This strengthens stabilizer muscles that prevent falls later. Protect your bones. Get a bone density scan in your 50s to monitor early signs of osteopenia. Ensure your diet includes calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Stay consistently active. Walking, cycling, swimming, or even dancing 30 minutes a day boosts circulation, heart health, and stamina for the long haul. Think of it this way: every decade you maintain your physical fitness adds quality and possibly years to your life. You're not working out for vanity. You're working out to carry your groceries when you're 85 and climb stairs without fear. 2. Keeping your brain sharp requires daily investment. Cognitive decline doesn't begin overnight. It evolves over years. In fact, subtle signs may start in the 60s or even 50s, but are often brushed off as just getting older. That's why mental exercise is as crucial as physical activity in this stage of life. What you can do now: challenge your mind every day. Read books, do puzzles, learn new skills, a language or musical instrument, and vary your routine. Mental novelty builds new brain pathways. Get quality sleep. Sleep problems in your 50s can snowball into cognitive issues later. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of deep, restorative sleep. Manage stress intentionally. Chronic stress impairs memory and focus. Learn meditation, deep breathing, or mindfulness now before cognitive fatigue takes hold. Socialize frequently. Conversations stimulate areas of the brain that solitary activities cannot. Stay involved in your community or clubs. Long-term perspective. Your brain is like a bank. The deposits you make now in terms of stimulation, rest, and learning will give you interest later. Start building a brain reserve you can draw from for decades. 3. Guarding against loneliness begins with your choices. Today, it's heartbreaking to see seniors feel forgotten, isolated, or purposeless. But loneliness in later life often has roots in middle age, when careers, caregiving, or even burnout lead people to neglect friendships or hobbies. What you can do now: cultivate deep friendships. Make time for connection. Prioritize a few meaningful relationships rather than relying solely on acquaintances. Join a community, whether it's a church, nonprofit, book club, or walking group. Belonging somewhere now ensures you won't be alone later. Stay close with family. Create traditions and build emotional trust with your children and grandchildren. Be intentional about resolving old conflicts where possible. Develop purpose beyond work. Start asking, who am I when I'm not working? Volunteer. Mentor. Create something. Purpose is the antidote to future loneliness. The why. Emotional connection is a survival need, not a luxury. You don't want to reach 80 and realize you've built a life of accomplishments, but no one to share them with. 4. Simplifying healthcare. Now prevents chaos later. Many people are blindsided in their 80s by a tangled web of prescriptions, diagnoses, and appointments. But much of that confusion can be minimized if you lay a foundation now. What you can do now: build a health team. Develop a long-term relationship with a trusted primary care physician who knows your history. Include specialists as needed, cardiologist, orthopedist, etc. Create a health binder. Track your lab results, allergies, medications, surgeries, and family history in one organized place. Update it annually. Get preventive screenings. Don't skip colonoscopies, mammograms, heart tests, or eye exams. Early detection of chronic conditions like diabetes or hypertension prevents complications later. Understand your insurance. Learn how Medicare works before you need it. Consider long-term care insurance if feasible. Think ahead. The clearer and simpler your healthcare picture is at 60, the easier it will be to manage at 80. Build systems now so you're not overwhelmed later when your energy and patience may be lower. 5. Planning for independence protects your autonomy. One of the biggest fears people have about aging is losing control. But that fear is often realized only when planning is delayed. You can protect your independence by preparing for it now, not later. What you can do now: financial planning. Meet with a financial advisor to plan for retirement, in-home care if needed, and emergency medical costs. Put your wishes in writing. Legal documents. Create a will, power of attorney, and advanced healthcare directive. Don't leave these decisions to your family in a moment of crisis. Design an age-friendly home. As you consider remodeling, include features like walk-in showers, wider doorways, and minimal steps. Plan for aging in place. Test technology early. Try out smart home devices, emergency call buttons, and medication reminders now, so you're comfortable with them when the time comes. Empowerment perspective. Planning isn't pessimism, it's protection. You don't have to surrender your independence. You just need a strategy to preserve it. Being between 50 and 60 is a sweet spot. You've lived long enough to know what matters, but you're still young enough to make lasting changes. Don't wait until a fall, a diagnosis, or a loss forces you into reactive mode. Be proactive. You don't have to fear your 80s. With every walk you take, every new friendship you cultivate, every savings plan you implement, you're laying the bricks for a secure, dignified, and joyful later life. The future isn't just something that happens, it's something you prepare for. Start now. Your 80-year-old self will thank you.